Oh, wow. Hello, hello, hi. What's up, Islanders? Hey. Welcome to the Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast Network, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And we are certainly going to do that today, baby, because we got thoughts, feelings, and opinions. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. Not looking like a say something gay today. I realized as I got on camera, I was like, I look like a gym bro today. But you know what? That's the aesthetic we're going for, and that's fine with me. I look like I just got out of the gym. I need to get back to the gym, but that's okay. Connor's inspired me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. All the working out him and Tony are doing. I'm drinking an Arnold Palmer today. I felt a little inspired. So I'm drinking an Arnold Palmer. I added a little bit of lemon elderflower syrup just to make it a little fancy. All the Islanders were getting a little fancy, so I decided to do the same.
Oh, cool. Well, wonderful. And hi, everyone. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. I'm not as fancy. I'm just drinking some water because hydration is important. And I do, as always, have my cup mug in here. And you can get your cup mug at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Get your cup mug, period. Thank you.
Yes, God. Oh my goodness, Lana. It is our first Tuesday here talking about Love Island UK. It is our first Tuesday doing the double dose of Love Island. I'm very excited. I have to say, it is a lot of Love Island right now. It is certainly a lot of Love Island. I am very, very excited that we are doing both UK and USA right now. Because frankly, both shows are giving.
You're not
I am
wrong.
loving. I know I'm not, but both shows are giving right now. Very excited to dive into this Love Island UK Series 12. We are talking about episodes 5 through 8 today. We're going to do a little jump through of the After Sun, just a touch. I've got
it's not After
two
Sun.
things to talk about. It's not After Sun?
No, I knew it wasn't After Sun. It's Unseen Bits.
Oh, okay. Well, the Unseen Bits. I mostly just want to talk about Maya, Kaz, and Gabby.
Now, when I went through the Unseen Bits, I didn't even see that. What? I didn't even see that.
Oh, well, then we must have gotten, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you were just going off of what you saw on Instagram, but it was not on Unseen Bits because I watched Unseen Bits and I was like,
okay,
where is the Maya?
Okay, I don't know what's happening then because I thought there was a whole After Sun episode that had Maya, Kaz, and Gabby. Because I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah, whatever we got in our thing is not that.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't watch that. I wouldn't watch that. And I was like, where is it?
Yeah, I was going to say. So that's what I want to talk about. I don't really care about the Unseen Bits, to be honest with you. I watched it. It was fine, whatever. I want to talk about Maya and Kaz and Gabby. So we're going to talk about mostly episodes 5, 7, and 8 here with a touch over on, talking about Kaz and Gabby. And we're going to talk about those. Catch up on these episodes. Before we do, though, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things competitive reality TV and sometimes some Love Island. And right now, it is a whole hell of a lot of Love Island here at the Cup TV. We are here twice a week right now, giving you no invite needed, live here at the Cup TV. Tuesdays here at noon Eastern, 5 p.m. BST, talking Love Island UK. So we will be back as well on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. BST, talking about the rest of this week of Love Island UK. There will likely be a recoupling that we're going to be talking about. There will likely be, some more drama because, baby, these Islanders are giving drama. am excited to talk about it. And we are currently live 5 days a week talking about Love Island USA over at Soul Ties Live. So we will be live right after this episode talking about Love Island USA. Baby, the fallout from Charlie's dumping and everything in between. We've got thoughts, feelings, and opinions, so make sure to tune in with us here for that. We've got a lot of other fabulous TV content here on this channel, so make sure to subscribe here. We've got 3 other channels as well. We are trying to hit 1,000 new subscribers across all 4 of our channels by the end of this year, so your support means the absolute world to us. Thank you very, very much. All the links to our other channels are available in the description below, as well as where you can find our audio podcast links, our Patreon, which is heating up for this month, just like these Islanders are heating up. Our social media links, our merch link, where you can find Lana and myself on social media. All those links are down in the description below. So go check it out. Thank you. Thank you very much. But we're here to talk about Love Island, Lana, and let's go ahead and get into it. Love Island. Let's recap where we were with our couples. Right after the recoupling is where we ended off on episode 5. Our couples. Megan Dijon. Okay.
Great.
Shakira and Ben.
Cool.
Sure. Megan and Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Alima and Ramel. Yay.
Yeah. Ramel. Yay.
Tony and Connor. Yay. Yay.
Respect. Respect.
Helena and Harry.
Yikes.
Love Helena.
Yikes.
Jeez. And we were left on the cliffhanger of Blue and Shay. One of them was about to be dumped, and we knew that they had to make the decision of who was going to be dumped. And we knew, Lana, we predicted it. We knew they weren't going to make the decision.
How are they supposed to make that decision? How are you supposed to tell 2 people who want to be there to make a decision of one of y'all coming up and saying, "Oh, I'll sacrifice myself"? Absolutely not. No, neither one of them want that.
Standoffish men
Right.
trying to make this decision.
No, they weren't going to do that, and they didn't. So they did exactly what we said they were going to do, was to make the decision, give the Islanders the decision.
Yeah.
To do it. And just like we said, Logan, here on this podcast, they're going to make the Islanders make the decision, and they're going to decide to send the person who we said was going to go home. And
I
don't like it.
Blue.
I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
I mean, honestly, I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
There was only one couple voted to keep Blue, ultimately. They decided to vote by couple.
2 couples decided to keep Blue.
Was it, Chu?
Yep, it was Ben and Shakira decided to keep Blue, and Dijon and Meg decided to keep Blue. Everybody else decided to keep Shay because of time. They said Blue had the time to get the connections with the girls, and he didn't do that, and Shay just got there, so he needed more time to maybe make those connections. I bet Tommy and Megan are regretting that decision right now.
I bet they are. I bet they are.
And we'll put a pin in that.
What would have happened if the Islanders had tied?
Right.
Then does it go to individual vote?
Right.
Because they came up with that themselves.
Yeah. But I didn't tell them.
Well, they didn't come up with it. Blue said y'all should vote.
Y'all should figure it out.
And that's the worst part of this whole situation.
Dang it, Blue.
I felt so bad with Blue.
You come up with that decision thinking you got friends in that villa who go keep you, and the majority of them said, "No,
so bad
thank you."
for Blue.
Oh, that's just
Blue, baby. I'm so sorry.
That's horrible for you, Blue. I feel bad.
I'm so sorry.
I feel bad. But
what a sweetheart, though.
Yeah, I will say after the villa, Blue and what's the girl who got
Sophie.
Sophie. They've been making really cute TikToks, and they've
I
been going
know. I
Instagram reels.
adore
They've been going
them.
live together on TikTok. I love that. I think they're so fun. But
I've been
it's
seeing all of theirs too. They're adorable. I adore them. Um I think they're handling it, as well as they can. Um and there's only so much you can do. So
absolutely.
it sucks, but
It is
hey,
what it is. It is what
it
it
is what it
is.
is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So sorry, Blue.
You're gone. But
Bye, Blue. But yes, everyone is in their new couples. We wake up at the next day.
everybody's happy too. Everybody went to bed like, oh, we're so happy. We're
Everyone's
just
doing
so
great.
happy. Everybody's happy. We're great. No complaints here with all of our new couples. It was a lot of smooching going on that night. Everybody was just so happy in their couple.
Here's my random question for you, Lana.
Yes.
Every single boy in this villa,
Mm-hmm.
does every single one of them have an obsession with Calvin Klein underwear? Like every single one of them is wearing Calvin Klein underwear. And I don't personally have an issue with it. Let me make that very clear.
Mm-hmm.
But all of them, it's Calvin Klein underwear. And then specifically, like, these patterned, like, shorts. And I'm not mad at it, but I'm just like, is that the style of the British chav right now?
Maybe Calvin Klein is sponsoring them, so they don't want to have everybody wearing all different types of underwear, so they all give them Calvin Klein underwear to wear for the villa.
It could be.
It could be a sponsorship thing, which I'm mad at. Get your sponsorship on, or maybe. And I think it's more like that because I think if everybody is wearing Calvin Klein, which we've seen
Right.
everybody wearing Calvin Klein, I think it might
Right.
be a sponsorship thing with that, and that's whatever.
I'm not
Um,
mad at it because,
right.
like, specifically, I gotta be honest, Shay
Yeah.
looks great in it.
Hmm.
Tommy looks great. So, like, I'm not mad. But
Yeah,
I was just
Ramel is
like,
kind of
the
fine.
number of times they cut to these men and Ramel
Yeah.
looks great. So I'm like, it's just baffling to me the number of times they cut to these men in Calvin Klein. I was like a little taken aback, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think it's a sponsorship.
I love this moment as well that we get here. Connor and Tony working out together.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest, they are my favorite couple. They are my favorite couple right now.
I like Tommy and Connor. Tony and I'm not comparing their names
Names.
together.
There's so many names right
Not
now.
taller. Not taller.
Taller.
But I
Taller.
like taller. Not okay.
That's the ship name.
That's their
It's
ship,
taller.
and it's as bad as the couple in the end. I think Tony and Connor are a really great couple together. A good couple. I won't say great. I think they're a good couple. I like them together. Tony is starting to grow on me because at first I was like, oh, I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about Tony in this episode. But she's starting to grow on me, and I'm like, okay, okay. And I think Tony is that girl that is like truly, truly looking for love. Like she wouldn't have come all the way over to the UK if she wasn't looking for love. I think that's a huge, jump to say
Yeah.
I'm willing to do that. And I think she is that girl that is willing to move to the UK for love if she found the right person to do that. So I think my initial reaction for Tony was kind of like, but her being very, upfront and bold and brash and da da da. It it was great bombshell energy, but I felt like it wasn't great villa energy. But I think
Right.
she got it to, figured out the balance where she could be the bad bombshell that she needed to be, but she can also be good, energy for that villa. And I really liked her. I did think that was such a cute scene of them working out. And she was like, I don't go to the gym ever. And he's
Ever.
like, never. And she's like, no, so you got to teach me. And he starts teaching her and like making cute comments. And well, we're freaky cute comments, I'll say. He's like, ooh, you seem very comfortable in
You
that
look really good
position.
in that position when
Very
she's in
comfortable
doggy.
doggy style, like on the floor doing arm curls. I'm like, okay, Connor, you
Connor
horn dog.
surprised me in this
Yeah.
episode. I gotta be honest. Like, of these 3 episodes, I think the two people that really like positively surprised me the most
Hmm.
overall were Connor and Tony, like in the
Yeah.
best way overall. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
I think from this moment working out together to the dates to their
Yeah.
communication, like
Yes.
overall, I have been so impressed with Connor and Tony
Yeah.
and the way that they are moving
Handling
in
this
this
whole
villa.
situation. Yeah.
It's so mature.
So mature.
It's so refreshing to see compared to all of the other just pure chaos
Yeah.
going on in the villa. And I didn't expect that from Tony,
I didn't either.
given
That
given
is
the way
why.
she moved in in those first couple days. And I was
Hmm.
loving it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm so impressed with Tony. I'm so impressed with Connor. Um, Very, very happy to see it. They are my favorite couple right now just because of the way that they're moving. Whether they end up together
Together
or
or not.
not,
Right.
I want what is best for both of them in this
Yeah.
villa, regardless.
Individually, I'm very happy with the both of them. I think they're
Yeah,
both really, really good people. I think they're handling this situation to perfection.
yeah,
I'm nervous for my girl, but I think that the way that they're handling things, I love that.
yeah.
I think Connor and Tony are going to be fine in this whole situation. But yeah, I think, like you said, from the way that she came in and the way he was at the beginning, I wasn't really feeling either of them. Like Connor was a sleeper to me, and Tony was too much for me. But I think they came and made a really good balance together. I really wish they would take more time, or they had more time
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
talk and get to know each other and figure things out. But like I said, I really like them separately, and I want what's best for the both of them in this villa.
100%. 100%. This is where we see the start of the new, I'm not even necessarily gonna say triangle, but like the test.
Dynamic. Yes, the new
It
dynamics that's going on.
we wanted to see
Mhm.
we wanted to see Megan get tested. And we're getting Megan tested
Mhm.
here. Shay is putting in work here with Megan.
Mhm.
Megan is not necessarily responding.
No, she's
She's
not.
not she's not
She's not shutting it completely down, but she's not
no.
like opening up, like, saying yes. I'm
She's
interested.
not immediately responding to it because he's not giving her what
Mm.
needs to be given, quite honestly.
I'll be honest. Shay's boring.
Yeah, I'm
Shay's
really
boring.
surprised. Like, I wanted, like, Shay is a very attractive man.
Very attractive.
And I wanted Shay to give bombshell energy in the way that Ramel is. Because Ramel is giving good bombshell energy. Shay ain't giving me that energy. I gotta be honest. And
I would.
I said that I wanted, in our last episode, I said I wanted Shay to stay in over Blue. But Shay is giving nothing.
Mm-mm.
And I'm
I,
like, baby, they kept you for this. Like,
I
Shay is really giving nothing.
I literally said I wanted Blue to stay over Shay. I was like, I
I
want
know.
Blue to stay over Shay because I felt like Blue, he just wasn't given a chance to show who
No.
he was. And I think he probably would have ate with this new set of people coming, the new
I
set of
think
people
so
coming in.
too.
He probably would have ate up, and I think it would have been so much. Uh, but yeah, it is. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Can't do
I
it.
know. I know.
Blue's gone. Blue's gone. But Shay was
Um,
trying their best with Megan. with Megan, and it was just
Megan.
like it was kind of just like I said, she didn't totally shut him down completely, but she kind of just was like, he's boring. Like he's not really giving.
Yeah.
He's not making me want to turn my head. And so she
But
basically, but she didn't
yeah.
shut him all the way down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got throughout these 3 episodes, I will say the couple that we kind of see the least of, just because they're kind of locked in at this point, are Ben and Shakira.
Yeah.
You know, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't like Ben all that much.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't like Ben all that much.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Whatever. I'm neutral on these 2 at this point. I like Shakira. They're whatever at this point to me.
I understand.
I have negative feelings towards Ben when we get to the boys' night, and that's kind of Otherwise, I'm fairly neutral on this couple at this point. I still don't think Shakira's man is in this villa.
Okay.
Personally, but I think in a similar way to what we were talking about with Tony and Connor, I think Shakira neutralizes him in a really in a good way, honestly. Because when he's not around her, he goes fucking nuts for no reason. But when they're together, like she has this it's really this interesting neutralizing effect on him where he's not an absolute asshole. And in those moments, I find him palatable at minimum. So,
Okay. All right. Respect. I don't feel that way, that passionate about Ben, and I think I do think Ben and Shakira are a good match for what you just said. I think Shakira neutralizes Ben and calms him down, and I think the more they're together, the more neutralized he will become, even when they're not together. I think we can't expect him to change in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. Ain't no man go change their ways in a day. So that's why I'm giving him some grace. That's why I'm not like that annoyed with him and his behavior sometimes when he's not around her. I just think it's going to take time. But I think their match and their bond is actually something I think honestly I think it might be stronger than almost everybody else in the house at this point because of what they
I
went
agree.
through at the beginning. Because they went
I
through
agree.
this whole we don't like each other, but maybe we do, but something is there. They got separated. They came back together to realize, hey, we kind of do like each other. We kind of do feel each other. Let's work this thing out and let's just keep it together. So I think they are, for right now, as wild as it's to say when it's just day what 4 or 5, whatever it is in the
Yeah,
house, that they are the strongest connection. But I do think they are the strongest connection in the house, no matter
I
what
agree.
Harry thinks or tries to say. It ain't happening, Harry. It ain't happening.
No.
Um,
I just still think they're both head turners, to be honest with you. Like I think they're both
they
gonna
need to get
explore other
tested again.
connections.
I
I
think they
want them to
need
get
to be
tested
tested again, and I think they need to be tested together. I need a male
again.
and female bombshell to come into this house looking straight at them and pulling them both, and they both
Yeah.
get it tested and realizing, this is nice, but we come back together, or no, this is
I'm
great, and we're gonna be both gone.
I don't know when Casa happens for
Mm-hmm.
UK
Oh, that's gonna be
because
something.
I see them making it to Casa at this point,
Yeah,
honestly. I'm certainly intrigued to see them in Casa.
me
That's
too.
what I want to see. That's when I'm interested to see what is gonna go on with the two of them to
Agreed.
see what's gonna go on with them in Casa.
Agreed.
That's where I'm like, okay, y'all are gonna get real tested there.
Yep.
How is that gonna shake down? I feel like either they're both going to explore in Casa and come back single, or they're both going to explore in Casa and come back with someone else.
Yep. That is exactly how I feel. That is
100%.
exactly how I feel. I think that, and it's going to be interesting. I do think that exact thing. They will make it to Casa. I think they will. And they are going to, woohoo. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to see. It's going to be fun to see. But,
well, Lana,
yes.
Let's talk about boys' night.
Let's talk about boys' night. Shall we talk about boys' night? I'm excited to talk about boys' night.
Oh, these producers are shady little boots in the rain. To quote Jada Essence Hall, I love her. Shady little boots in the rain. Love you, producers. This was everything to me. I loved every single bit of this.
Yeah. I wasn't mad at none of this.
Not a single fucking bit of this. I loved every single producers.
I'm gonna give you 10s on that one. I'm gonna give you 10s.
12s.
I don't usually give 10s, but I'm gonna give you 10s.
12s. I'm gonna give y'all 12s for this one. I was living for every single fucking moment, because anytime we can humiliate straight men on television, I am on board. During Pride Month, absolutely. Thank you. And I thank you. Loved it.
Here's my thing. I think one person on this date or this boys' night did something good, a bit egregious, and only one.
Okay. Only one. I think. Okay, I'm gonna compound onto your statement by saying, I think one boy was egregious. I think several boys showed their asses a little bit.
Okay.
But I think one boy was a little egregious in what he was saying and doing.
There's only one boy was egregious in what he was saying.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say. Not doing, because I don't think anybody was egregious with what they were doing. I think one person was egregious with what they were saying.
I'm curious if we agree on the same person.
Oh, I think we do.
Who do you have?
Oh, it was Harry.
I agree.
It was Harry. Harry was very egregious in this.
Yeah.
Because the boys went and they had talks and they were talking. Harry was egregious for what he said about Helena, because Helena shares very out of pocket. She shared something with him about her having a threesome before.
Well, and on the daybed with like several other people.
Like they were talking about, crazy things and weird stuff and sexual situations. And she had mentioned she had a threesome with 2 guys, I think. And so for some
Good on you, girl.
Do your thing, boo. But if that's what you want to do your thing. But Harry decides to go and share this with the group, because some people didn't know this because she didn't share with everybody, but some people did know this because she did. Like I said, it was a couple of people on the daybed with them talking. And the way he described her saying that and was like, I mean, I don't know if she's a fun time girl or a long time girl, but I don't know. She's having threesomes and she's like slut shaming her for what reason, Harry? When you out here doing your big one. Hello, orgies.
Say, the way, and I personally am not in the business of slut shaming anyone unless they are in the business of slut shaming first. I am a slut. Ethically, I enjoy that lifestyle. The way this man called this woman out her name in this situation, when 3 episodes later, we then find out this man had an orgy with an
Orgy?
entire women's football team.
Football team?
Out of pocket.
Hello?
Fuck this man. Helena, we woo, we woo, we woo, we woo, we woo. Get the fuck out of that couple, baby. The moment you can, get the fuck out of that couple. I know she needs to be in that couple right now to stay safe and stay in that villa. So you
That's
do what you
fine.
need to do right
But-
now. The
but when you
moment
can,
another man gets into that villa, get the
Get
fuck
up out
out.
of there. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. Because that one right there,
No.
he is moving very weird to me. Very, very weird to me. In this entire 3 episodes that we watched, he had moved very, very weird to me.
No.
And I'm just not feeling him anymore. He's like, no. But for him to talk about her like he did with the boys and like basically dogging her out for her choices and what she did and making it like he don't know how he feel about her. She might not be here for a good, she's not here for just a good time.
Because
she's
she's
not
a flight attendant?
right, like she's not like making it like she's not trustworthy or she's not here for the right reasons and blah blah. I'm like, ew. You've known her for
Have
what?
you had that conversation with her, Harry?
You've
All
known
you've
her
been
for
trying
a
to do
day
is
and a
stick your
half.
tongue down her throat.
Sneaking off, like you ain't have a problem
Exactly.
with you ain't have a problem with her when you was sneaking off to the hideaway with her. You didn't have a problem with her choices then, but you
Exactly.
mad. But now, okay, Harry,
No.
yeah, no, that was the one thing that I thought was so egregious, and I was
I
like, he
agree.
needs. If I was Helena, I'd be like, boy, you're done. I don't care if I leave this island because of that. You are done.
I want
Done.
her to keep
Done.
her spot safe at least for right now
I
until
get it.
you know
I
she
get
could
it.
even couple up with Shay as a friendship couple, you know, if she absolutely needed to. But you know, keep your spot safe, Helena. I support that.
At this
The
point,
moment you find another connection, get the fuck out.
my thing is, at some points, my spot does not matter over my
I get it.
dignity. Over my dignity. And what he tried to do was take this woman's dignity and rip it to shreds. He would be so done for me. I
agree.
I would not be able to take this man, but I
I
get it. I get it. You want your spot. You came to Love Island. You did not come to waste your time and leave early. I get it. I get
It's
it. I
not
get it.
Waste Your Time Island. It's
Right.
Love Island.
I get it,
And,
Helena. I get it. I understand.
yeah.
So I'm not mad at her for, securing the bag and keeping the reins close until she can have it.
Unfortunately, it's
But
one of those.
it's one of those leaks.
Right now, it's a lose-lose situation for
Right.
Helena,
So
and I want
take
it to be a win-win situation for Helena because Helena is one of my favorite women in the villa right now, just because
Mhm.
I really enjoy her. I think her energy is so good, and I want her to find a successful connection.
Mhm.
Like I'm just really rooting for Helena right now. Like I really
Yeah,
am.
me too. Me too.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that was the big egregious one. I think a couple of the other guys kind of showed their asses a little bit.
Okay.
I think Ben was the big one for me.
Oops.
Just in some of the ways that he was speaking about the other connections in the villa. I think that's the big issue that I had with Ben is he was just commenting on some of the other women where he didn't need to. Like he was commenting on Helena where he didn't need to. He was commenting on Meg and Megan in ways he didn't need to. Like he was just saying a lot of really out of pocket commentary that I just thought I don't remember exactly what he said. And I don't have closed captioning on, so I can't directly pull it up. Just the way he was moving in this boys chat, like he just would pop in and have commentary on everything everyone was saying. And and I watched this episode 3 days ago, to be fair. So like, I don't remember exactly what was said, but, the way he moved in this just really bothered me, to be honest.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, just the way he moved bothered me a little bit. I'm actually gonna mute real quick so I can listen back because I want to actually hear what he said so I can give proper commentary while you give your little monologue here real quick, Lana.
I do think I get what you're saying. I understand what you mean. I feel like certain things I have to not take everything personal and everything like, oh my God, this is crazy because that was out of pocket, da da da. Because when we're in conversations with our boys or with our girls, we start talking reckless. We lose, we get very loose lips and we say how we truly feel about other people and and like he was commenting, like guys would talk in locker rooms about the girls and about the couples and I get it. Do I like it? Not particularly, but I get it. So I'm not like super upset with that locker room talk. That's girl locker room talk because we do the same thing, girlies. Girls, we get together in our groups, our makeup rooms, and we talk so reckless about boys and sex and all kind of stuff. That's just what we
Yeah.
do, and that's just
Yeah.
what they do. So I get it. I understand what you're saying, and I'm not like
Oh no, of
disagreeing.
course. I get what you're saying for sure. I wanted to, and I'm glad I did. I'm
Hmm.
really glad I listened back to what it was because there were two things specifically
Okay.
that bothered me. One of them was when they were talking about Dijon and Meg.
Hmm.
And it did kind of come true. So one of
Hmm.
these I'm not as upset about now.
Hmm.
But one of them was Ben was saying that um, when another girl came in for Dijon, that
Hmm.
Meg would go all sparks, all fireworks,
Oh,
and like,
absolutely. I do that from the
and
get
that
go.
was
I
the
agree with
thing.
that.
The big thing that bothered me, and I remember what it was now. The big thing that bothered me that Ben said was that the girls had basically just been on holiday at this point and that they hadn't been working and that they needed to be grafting more and that like the boys had been putting in all the work at this point and that the girls had basically been doing nothing. Now that pissed me the fuck off.
I don't know why. It was true.
I
All of them
disagree
been chilling.
wholeheartedly.
They have
Nah.
been chilling because the only person that had to work this last week was Shakira. Shakira was the
Helena's had to work to get a
Helena,
connection.
Helena. See, here's the thing: the girls were in comfortable. The girls were in couples. They weren't in the boy. The girls were going to pick first. The boys were not. The girls were not in jeopardy of leaving. None of them, except well, after Sophie, the girls were not in jeopardy
Well,
of leaving.
the
And but
the other, yeah.
let me finish. The girls were not in jeopardy of leaving. So I understand what his point was. They didn't have to work. The only girl who had to work was Shakira. And that was once she got Ben, no more work was involved for them. They didn't have to do anything. Helena had already gotten Harry because Sophie was, Tony came in,
Yeah.
took the bombshells. Harry had to, all that stuff happened. Once everybody was in their couples, as they are right now, the girls did not have to work. The girls didn't have to graft. It was the boys doing the work. So his comment wasn't wrong. They didn't. This week, they now have to work because now they're in jeopardy and now they have to make sure that their connections are strong. Last week or the week before that, they didn't have to do it. So they were very comfortable. And that's why they were like, you make us breakfast, you get me coffee, you do this, you do this. The boys were working, the girls were not. Now, this week, when the tables are turned, we see what happens and we see them actually losing their freaking
And
minds.
And see, I disagree on that. I see
Hmm.
where you're coming from. I disagree
Hmm.
with that only because with the entire Shakira situation, all of the girls had to graft with their own couple to protect the couple that they had to make sure that like he didn't stand up for Shakira. Like in that way, I see that as grafting as well, making sure that your couple is as secure as it can be for the time being to make sure you don't end up like Sophie did getting dumped on night 2. So in a lot of ways, like I agree with you. It was early days that they needed to be working. So in a lot of ways, I see where you're coming from. I think the blanket statement of the girls haven't had to work is wrong and disrespectful because in a lot of ways I think the girls have had to work just as much as the guys. I don't think it's been one or the other. I just think the way that Ben is saying the boys have had to do all the work is disrespectful.
And I mean, we blanket statement everything. Nobody goes and say, okay, he wasn't gonna sit there and say, okay, Shakira had to work, Helena had to work a little bit, but so and so and so and so and so and so didn't have to work. It was easier just to blanket the statement. All the girls didn't have to work, which is also kind of factual once Shakira got back with Ben. The girls was on Chill Street. Like they really didn't. And the one earlier when they were grafted, when Shakira was out doing her thing, trying to get her man, Sophie did not work because Harry was easy to get up. Alima did not work because Blue was easy to get up. It was those people did not really work for their man. So they were chilling on holiday because Alima already blew off. She wasn't working for that. Sophie didn't really like Harry, so she wasn't working for that. It was like, yes, they all were chilling. They were. Helena didn't like Connor, so she blew that off already. So they were chilling. They were on holiday. They were talking more to the girls than they were to their guys.
I just see it more as 50-50 than the boys doing all the work.
It
That's
was
just where I'm at with it.
okay. We can agree to disagree on that. It just is
Fair
what
enough,
it is.
yeah.
But yeah,
That's
why I said I didn't find anything anybody said was agreed because what he said about Meg, facts, facts.
100%. I mean, now
Facts.
Seeing what we know, facts. But it's at this point we see 3 new bombshells enter the boys' night. Not even the villa, but the boys' night.
Mm-hmm.
Emily, how fun!
Like
from her. I don't remember.
Welsh.
From Aberdare.
She's Welsh.
Yes, she's Welsh. Sweet, lovely girl.
Lovely girl. Lovely girl.
I like her the most of these 3 bombshells, I gotta be honest.
Oh, okay.
I just think she's sweet, lovely, wonderful. Like I like her energy. This is not a reflection on either of the other 2 bombshells, but I like the way she's moving so far throughout the villa. I think her energy is really, really good. She
acclimated the best, we'll say.
She did acclimate the best. I think she's sweet and lovely and wonderful. So, you know, and stunning.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
And Welsh.
Welsh?
Love a Welsh queen. I love on this season too that we're getting, I think we've gotten 3 of the 4 UK countries represented so far, and Ireland.
Good. Love that.
So we need, do we have a Scot?
I don't know if we have a Scot.
We have a Welsh. We have Welsh, Irish, and British. So we need Scot and Northern Irish. Come on, Love Island. Get on it. Yeah, because I don't think either of the Irish. Because Megan is from Dublin. Alima's from Glasgow.
Okay.
So we have Northern Ireland.
Okay.
So we're good.
Cool.
So we just need Scotland.
Yeah.
Great. Yasmin. What? Okay, here's what I'm going to say about Yasmin. I don't like her right now. Emphasis on the right now. But I cannot deny that she did come in with bombshell energy. And I am going to not praise her, but I do appreciate that she came in with bombshell energy.
Yeah.
It may be misplaced bombshell energy, but it is certainly bombshelling.
She is a bombshell with energy, and she came in with that energy.
Certainly.
I feel like someone told her that she was all of that and that she is nothing of the sort.
Ah!
Someone told her she was gorgeous and she is nothing of the sort.
Someone told her she was fly, hot, and sexy, and she is nothing. She's nothing of the sort.
Nothing of the sort.
Oh, wait, I forgot because today is did you see Lana?
I don't know what you're talking
Speaking
about.
of Celebrity Big Brother, rest in peace to Celebrity Big Brother icon Kim Woodburn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Kim.
Sorry, Kim.
Rest in peace, girl. Thanks for providing us with some iconic television. Now she's up there with the Viv, so they're gonna be slagging people off in heaven. So shout out to you, girl. But yeah, Yasmin is not fly, hot or sexy, nothing of the sort.
Like somebody told her wrong because she really feels very confident in herself, and I'm just looking at her like, hmm. Now I am not one to judge people because of looks, because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. She's a perfectly good woman. She looks, fine. She's great. But she has the expectation. She's like 100 out of 10. And I'm like,
She's a pretty girl,
not 100 out of 10 now.
but she is a pretty girl.
She's pretty, but she thinks she's prettier than she is.
Indeed.
And I'm like, she's confident, very confident. I will give her that because, baby, the way she walked in here and was just like, I'm here to take everybody's spin. I don't care whose toes I have to step on it. And I'm like, oh, good bombshell energy. And then she's like, and these girls have nothing on me. And I'm good. I'm like, wait, hello? Now, okay, calm down a little bit. The way she was talking, her mouth is a little slick. I personally probably wouldn't get along with this one. I personally would probably have to pluck her in her throat because she talked too slick in the mouth. Like, I'd probably be like, who you talking to? Who are you talking to? Because the way she came at Tony in this,
baby.
I was like, absolutely not.
We'll talk about it. I'm very excited.
Rude. But
I'm very excited to talk about it. And then we have Melisha Queen.
My favorite bombshell that came in this week. I like Emily, but she came in with the fire that I like. She came in with the right kind of energy that I like.
Emily and Melisha are tied for me.
Okay, work.
Yeah, no, for very different reasons. Like, I like them both equally for very different reasons because Emily gave me the sweet energy. Mm-hmm. Melisha gave me bombshell down. And I just like stunning
woman. Stunning.
She's also giving the hair that we asked Halima to give us. She's like, she knew she was coming to South Africa and she knew what she needed to give.
Here's the thing. She got the same thing. She just know how to maintain it.
Yeah.
Because when I watched her in the episode do her hair, I'm like, okay, this girl knows what she's doing. She knows how to do it. She will take that. Hopefully, she can help Alima in the
We asked for someone to come in and hopefully help Alima.
Who can help her and get that done, because I need you to be the sister and help her out, because this is what I wanted. I love Alima's gorgeous. We'll talk about her later too. Yeah. But yeah, she knows how to maintain her hair. She doesn't have braids, which I was like boho knotless, like coming with the boho knotless braids. She don't have braids, but she knows how to maintain the hair that she has. So I love that for her.
Stunning. Gorgeous. Stunning. Yeah, so the bombshells come in. They're kind of talking to the boys, doing their thing. It's mindless conversation, honestly, until they pull people for one-on-one chats, and that kind of bleeds into episode 7 here, where
did we mention the girls are watching this whole entire boys' night?
Oh yeah, they're watching the whole thing.
The big screen has been brought out. The projector screen has been brought out.
I think we insinuated it, but yes, the
girls get to watch all of this. So all of the things they were saying and all the things that they now here's my hot take, maybe. I feel like the girls was being a little dramatic for some things that didn't need to be dramatic about.
Well, these girls in the villa are dramatic, period.
They are dramatic queens. Like, they are just, oh my God. Like, Helena had every right to be pissed off, mad. Like, I don't blame her. I'm like, girl, yeah, you be mad and you get upset. I think Tony had a right to be in her feelings for hearing Connor like, I don't know. I think we're
Yes.
getting
Yeah.
along, but I don't know how much I like her as much as he was very respectful. He was saying, I like her. The more we talk, the more I do get to like her a little bit.
Yes.
So, if we have time to grow, blah, blah, blah. So I don't think she was upset. I liked how she handled it. Um, Hearing Megan and Meg and Shakira, even Alima was like, what? Oh my God. How did they say that? How did they say, like, Meg, you're proving Ben's point right now. If another girl
Right.
comes in, you go flip the freak out. And you're flipping the freak out now when Dejan is just talking about little stuff. You already flipping out.
Hey, we said it.
Eh, eh,
We
eh,
said it.
It's
So,
just, oh my God. It's
um,
so crazy. It's crazy.
yeah. So we move into each one of the girls gets a one-on-one date that all the girls in the villa get to see.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we weren't going to get to see the one-on-one dates, but
Yeah, me
no.
too. But no, they let him see
But
it.
no, we get to see the one-on-one dates.
The producers are
So
messy.
messy boots, shady little boots in the rain. I love it. We first see Yasmin with Harry.
I'm already upset with Harry for what he said.
Well, yes.
Already upset with Harry for what he said. Yasmin was coming in hot. Hot. She was asking questions. Like, okay, before we get to the days, because she literally sat there and told Ben, so did you crawl back to your knees to Shakira? And I was like, hello?
Which
Okay.
begs the question, okay, how much exactly have they seen?
They saw the whole thing. They've seen everything.
I don't think they've seen the recoupling then.
Oh, I think no, because they told them about the recoupling.
Well, they told them about it, but I don't know that they've seen it then.
I mean, but she was like, when he was like, I wish you like, he said, so you crawl back on your knees with it. I don't know. Maybe they seen up to the recoupling. Maybe. Um, but I know they seen most of it. And I was just like, wow. And then she told Connor when Tony was like, he was like, Tony was like willing to come over and stay. And she was like, that's bullshit. I was like, you don't know that girl to say that. You don't know her. To know, you don't know what's in her head and her heart. You don't know what she would do, what she's
Oh, in the
willing to
group
do for
situation.
love.
I was like,
Yeah,
that ain't happening in the one-on-one.
no group situation. That's why I said put pin in
Oh,
the
yeah,
group
yeah.
situation. But in a group situation, like that's bullshit. She not. That's not. I'm like, you don't know that girl. You don't know what's in her heart, what
No.
she's willing to do for love. And it's just like she was just very slick in her mouth. But back to her and her Harry's date. I felt like this date was. Uh,
Fine.
Fine, boring. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, it's boring because she just was talking. She was just doing that whole. I'm just gonna be so cutesy, and I'm gonna say things that might be a little controversial, but you're gonna laugh because I'm that good, and it just didn't feel. I honestly, I just. It was I. It was
Yeah.
whatever.
We then get Emily with Connor. Respectful king.
Love that. We could tell he was instantly attracted to her. Like we
Yes.
knew it. He put his arm around her when she sat down, and I think that was more of a reflex thing. Like he really just. I
Yes.
think he was very interested in her, but he was very upfront and honest and respectful about his relationship with Tony and the things that he would be willing to do and not do. And he was like, "I'm very interested. But I'm also going to talk." Like it was so respectful. I was like, period, Connor. He showed me a whole new light in this episode, and I was like, I'm feeling him a lot more than I was in the beginning. I think he's a really good guy, very sweet, and I like how he's moving thus far in this villa.
Me too.
Love it. Love it.
And then we see
Dijon and
Melisha with Dijon.
Mm-hmm.
I keep wanting to call her Manrika.
Why?
Because I love Manrika from The Circle, UK.
Okay, but no.
I know. It's Melisha. Melisha.
Yes, Mom.
Melisha. The
Yes,
icon
God.
that is Melisha.
Yes, God.
I think she also looks like Manrika from The Circle a little bit. Like they've got similar facial structures. So I keep wanting to call Melisha girl. I'm so sorry.
Now
But
I have to look
yes,
for
we
this
got
Manrika
Melisha.
girl.
We
Now I
got
gotta look
Melisha
for
with.
her.
Did you not watch The Circle UK?
I don't think so.
Oh, baby, Manrika is an icon. Robbed icon.
I have to see what this person looks like.
Love Manrika. I want justice for Manrika. I need Manrika on everything. I need
Because
Manrika
if she
on
don't look
everything.
like this girl, I'm gonna be like, okay, yep, she looked like that girl. Yep.
Thank you. I
I
was
was
like,
about
she
to.
looked like this girl.
Yep. I just looked at. I'm like, because if she didn't look like her, I was about to come for you, like
No, I
Logan Murphy.
promise. No, I promise. She looks like her.
Yeah, she does. She actually really does.
They're
look
both
like
gorgeous,
stunning,
stunning melanated queens.
beautiful. But if she didn't look like her, I'm about to say Logan Murphy. All black people don't look
No.
like it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. But yes.
No, I would never.
These girls are stunning.
No.
Both of them are stunning, but yes.
Shout out to Manrika, Queen of the Circle UK,
Period.
robbed icon, deserves to be on more television. Thank you.
Okay.
Strategic icon, Lana.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
Anyway, Melisha and Dijon, I mean, it's flirty, flirt.
And Megan is hemmed up tight. Baby, she is tight. She is tight. I think she's a little intimidated. I think she's a little like, ooh, competition truly has entered the villa.
I think she's very intimidated.
She is pressed, baby. And
she is pressed. She is plucked. She is worried. And it shows.
She should be.
Because Melisha's here to steal her man.
And she's gorgeous too.
Oh my God, Melisha is stunning.
That's how you bombshell. That's how you bombshell. But they have a like you said, flirty conversation.
Flirty flirt. I loved every single bit of it.
They go to the same bar.
I want these two in a couple. I like Meg. I like Meg and Dijon. But I want Melisha and Dijon in a couple now.
Me too.
Like that's what I want. That's what I want.
That's what I personally want.
In my spirit. I need it. But yes, this is when everybody comes back. The girls are angry.
The boys are like, what happened? Oh, what's this screen here for? Oh my God, what is that? I think they watched.
I get the girls being angry.
I get some of the girls being angry.
I get some of the girls being angry. I think a lot of them, like, and I'm gonna have this frustration here, and I'm gonna have this frustration with Love Island USA as well, which we'll be talking about later here. Why are we upset with the boys going on dates? It's not like they can refuse going on dates. This is the premise of the show. The premise of the show, and the producers say, hey, you're going to go on a date. That's what the show is. The show is go on a date.
Meet new people.
The show is go on a date. Have a date. Why are we getting pissed off at people going on a date?
It's so weird to me because I'm like, why are y'all mad? They went on a date. They had the boys' night. They went on a date. They talked. They brought the girls back. You knew Bombshells was coming. It wasn't like you just thought, oh, we're it. We're just going to spend this summer just us together. Nobody else is coming in. It's just going to be us. Oh, because you knew that wasn't true because we already had 3 Bombshells come in since you got there. So
why are we mad at dates?
Dates.
Why are we mad at the format of the show?
We're mad at
conversations.
Have y'all seen the show,
Tamar?
We're mad at conversations. It's just like, okay. But anyway, so they're mad. They're mad. They're big mad. They're
There are
super
some of
mad.
those girls that are very right, very correct in
Helena,
being mad.
Helena
Helena,
should be
very
bad.
correct at being mad.
Very correct.
Honestly, Meg has a right to be mad here.
I don't think she does. For what reason? Because he went on a date that they told him to go on a date with?
Okay, no,
Because
you're right.
he went on the
Okay, no,
date that
you're
they
right.
told him to go on.
Okay, no, you're right.
She has no right to be mad. None of these girls but Helena has a right to be upset about what happened because he was out of pocket talking about her personal life. Everything else was show related stuff. Everything else is about the game. Everything else is about the show. Everything else except him going off and talking about her personal life and how he don't feel about her character. So only Helena had the right to be upset. Y'all mad because the producers made them go on a date and those girls chose them for one-on-one conversations. You have no right to be mad about that. And Tony
I agree.
showed true real. Tony was the only real one in that villa. Like all of, and then these other girls enabling these other girls to be mad. You enabling Meg to be mad for what? Because her man went on a date that they told him to go on. And then Tony, whose man did go on a date, was like, it was respectful. I can respect that. He was a respectful king. Dejan did nothing wrong, but talk
No.
about, they just flirted and talked back and forth. It was conversation, normal conversation. Like, girls,
Tony
girls,
keeping it respectful the entire time. Tony moving
queen,
so fiercely through this villa
queen.
immediately. The way she immediately pulled Emily and said,
Yes.
"No, you immediately one on one with Emily was like, "No, you look the best out of everybody. Don't worry, you're fine. We're good.
We just
We're
gonna keep
good. As
communication
long as we
open.
keep communication open, that's good. I respect you. You look great. You look the best out of everybody. Don't worry. You have nothing to be worried about with anybody here." I loved her giving. I love that she has now become the queen of the bombshells.
Right.
I think that's so fierce. I
Yeah,
fucking love Tony. I
I do.
fucking love Tony. I think she's my favorite girl in the villa. Honestly, I really, I stand by that. I just think the way she's moving through this villa is so fierce, and she's just giving the right energy at every point so far. Like,
Mhm.
she gave bombshell energy when she needed to, and she's giving good villa energy now when she needs to, and I absolutely love it. Like, and then immediately right after pulling Emily, getting that good secure communication with Emily, immediately pulling Connor and going, "No, you look the best out of the three of them.
Mhm.
As long as we keep communication between the three of us open, that's all I care about. I'm glad you had a good time on your date. Yeah, I saw everything. Yes, you were completely respectful. I understand why you said what you said. No, I'm not thrilled about it, but I understand why you said what you said. And
Mhm.
ultimately, as long as we keep communication open, I'm not upset about you."
Right.
And the way Connor was just like, "Well, I
Oh,
feel like Mother Teresa coming out of this."
Connor
Like,
was very shocked. Connor thought she was
yeah,
gonna flip out and lose it and like go off on him. And it's like sometimes that's not necessary to have to go off because he didn't do anything wrong. We know what we came in here for. We gotta put our feelings aside and just go with what we know the premise of the show is. And so that's why I was just like, why are we all not talking that way to like Meg should have talked that way to Dijon when he get because like all they did was talk and have little flirty conversation. It wasn't like he kissed her. He wasn't tonguing her down. He wasn't like Megan is trash. I don't ever want her. You the only one I want. Like he didn't say any of that. He was just like they were just having a nice, funny, flirty banter kind of conversation. And she should have came in and be like, I mean, I don't like it. I don't like seeing that, but I get it. But just know all you have to do is make your presence known. Like I'm here. So if you want to have conversations with her, that's fine. I respect that. Just be open and honest with me. If she would have did that, his head would have been straight ahead. He would have had those conversations with her, and then he would have came right back to her. It would have been no issue. But that is not what happened. That is not what happened because she wanted to speak with her chest. She wanted to say everything with her chest. and you came in with that attitude. Ain't nobody want that. Don't nobody want that. Nobody
No.
want to deal with that nonsense when you speaking with your chest the
For
whole
what
time.
reason?
For
Like,
what
for
reason
what
are you speaking with
reason?
your chest? Like, okay, let's go over there because she, Dijon came back. She didn't want to hug him. She was all mad. She pissed off for what reason we don't know. She don't want to kiss him. She don't hug him. She's like, whatever. Hey, and he's like, what? Oh Lord! Now he's like, she mad. I don't know what to do it. So when he tries to talk to her, she's kind of just like, you violated me in front of everybody. You disrespected me, and I don't like that. And I'm like, in what
Where?
world did he violate or disrespect you?
Violate is such an extreme word. And I'm really not surprised that Meg is a girl that when things don't go wrong for her, she jumps to the extreme.
The microaggressions spewing out of this woman's mouth in this episode, I
Ooh.
wanted to scream. I wanted to scream because she does not have that same energy for nobody else in this villa, but for Dijon and for Melisha, and later on for Alima.
Uh-huh.
The microaggressions that were coming out of this woman's mouth told
Ain't
me
wrong.
everything I needed to know about her. And I told you day
You did.
one, day dot, that it was something about this woman. It was something about this woman that don't sit well with my spirit. And she showed why. She showed me why, baby. I was like, oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
it's 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 the moving differently with Dijon. It's all of the fighting with Melisha. It's it's the moment in episode 8 too
Alima,
with Alima. Like,
mhm,
girl,
it tells
girl,
me
you can
every.
you can have you can have your moments, but it was the Melisha and the Alima of it all that I was like, girl, really? Really, girl? I saw it too. I saw it too, and I was like, okay, diva,
Like I
what?
like I said,
No.
from day one, I knew it was something about the way she came in when Dijon walked in and she was like 50-50 and a 50-50. And the way she talked to him throughout that first episode, I was like, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. Something very, I don't know what it is. I ain't gonna say what it is because I don't know what it is, but it's something about her I'm not feeling. Pulse, I put my finger on it in this episode. The way she was talking to him, the way she was talking to Melisha, I was like, ooh, oh, girl. And then I'm going to say it with my whole chest. Wait, what? Not you trying to use AAVE when you, what? When
Speak on
you,
it.
what?
Speak on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
It's not giving.
It's she just, oh, it was, it clicked in this episode for me. I was like, yep, Meg, not a fan. I want her away from Dijon as quickly as possible. Fight me with you if you don't like it. I don't care. You can say I'm doing too much, or I know my intuition. My spirit is telling me what I know, and I listen to my spirit every
You are
single
not going
time.
to hear me fighting with you whatsoever on it because I saw the exact same thing.
My
And
spirit never leads me wrong.
it's frustrating, honestly. Like, it's weird and it's frustrating.
She's a weird one. She's a weird one. She is not here for him. She is here for win. She is here for the win. She's not here for him. She's here for the win. She just happened to get matched up with him because the profile thing. But she is not here for him. But baby, oof, no, not a fan of that. And that whole interaction with her and Melisha, when Melisha did pull Dijon later to have a conversation, after she went off on Dijon about violating her and disrespecting her. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, mm-mm. So when Melisha and Dijon do have a conversation, she in the kitchen just pow, tapping out, and talking about their conversation when they went to the same club or bar or whatever, and talking about some she do this. I bet she be out in these like playing when she be out in these streets. I'm like, you don't know this woman. You ain't even have a decent conversation with this woman to even talk about her like that. And she just going off. And so Melisha was like, what you say? Like, she was not having it. She was like, what you say? I'm going to say it with my chest. I think you this. Nothing. Melisha's like, oh, well, you don't even know me, girl. Whatever. You don't know me. So they start arguing. And I'm like, get her, Melisha. Whack her again. Because honestly,
Yeah.
she had no reason to come for you like that. But she's just going off on her. And everything being said, if another woman come into the villa, Meg is going to lose her freaking mind. And she did. For what reason? I don't know. But she goes off. And Melisha's like, whatever. You're an idiot. Whatever. Like, leave it be. So she leaves. I did not like that interaction at all. At all.
It's weird. It's not. No. No, thank you.
No, thank you. She turned me completely off. She is at the bottom of my list for the women, and I want her gone next. In my personal opinion, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but for me, in my sanity, I need that one gone. Quick, fast, in a hurry.
Yeah.
Because I don't like it. Any other conversations that happened that night? I think they all went to bed after that, right?
I believe they all went to bed after that.
Yeah, they went to bed this night, not as happy as they were the night before.
I wonder why.
Harry and Helena have a conversation. She's pissed, which she should be. She should be. And she's just like, I don't like it. What you did was disrespectful. It was rude. He tried to apologize, but she was like, and you sitting here talking about you have unfinished business with Shakira. How you think that make me feel? What that look like to me? Like I'm just like a placeholder till you get back to Shakira. Like, I don't like that. And I agree with everything she said. She was not wrong in this situation. Helena should have been able to, but she's not able to. But she needs to, like we said earlier, drop him as soon as she can because Harry is not it. He is not the tea for her. Like, her man is not there. Her man is not there. And he knows he has the power. He knows he has control. That's why he acting like a cocky son of a. And it's driving me nuts. I really need him to sweat. I need Helena's man to come in for Helena and
I need it
her off her feet
fiercely.
I need it so bad
for her because she deserves so much better than what she is getting currently. It's maddening to me. Yeah,
but then she cuddles him that night, so I'm kind of like, girl, do you want to be saved? Okay.
I think so, but I also think, like we were talking about earlier, I think right now she's just trying to protect her position.
I hope that's the case, but if it's not, and she's just being
right,
I'm gonna be mad. We'll see in the next episode. If a bombshell do come in and she don't go for it, I'm be like, okay, she don't want to be saved. She don't want to be saved. But the next day, everybody wakes up. Everybody's like, I feel better today. I feel better today. I slept on it.
Do we?
I feel better. Good morning, everyone. We're good now. I feel good today. We see a conversation between Melisha and Meg. They go talk.
This is resolution part 1.
Part 1.
Doesn't last long. We don't need to dwell on it more than it's resolution part 1 because it don't last that long. But
they resolve a little bit for a second. But yeah.
We see Emily and Connor chat.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely chat.
Lovely.
And that's all it is. Lovely chat.
Lovely.
I do like them together, but I
like
do
Tony
too. And Connor more. So it's like, oh no.
I just think anybody with Connor and Tony and Emily combined, I'm going to like them with the three of them because I like the three of them.
I want someone to come in for either Tony or Emily that is better, for one of them because the problem is I like Tony and Emily both so much.
We have a throuple.
I would love a throuple couple. I would love a throuple couple.
Well, throuple couple. Just the
Come
three
on,
of them like
throuple
each other.
couple.
I kind of like it, but okay.
Come on, throuple couple. I ain't mad at throuple couple.
Right. But
do the unthinkable Love Island throuple couple.
Throuple couple.
They've already got good communication between the three of them. Tony's already talking about the 3-person communication.
They just
I ain't mad at it.
And I think the more Tony and Emily talk, they might like each other for real. They might like each other. And then Connor, they like Connor. All three like everybody, just like everybody.
Everybody likes Connor, so hey.
And then Connor likes both of them, and everybody likes each other. I think we can make it work.
Throuple couple. Come on now, Love Island. Break the boundaries.
Do something.
We see Shay and Yasmin have a conversation. Honestly, I wouldn't mind these two together.
I wouldn't mind it, but this is out of obligation. Nobody else wants Yasmin, let's be honest.
Nobody else wants either of them.
Nobody else wants either of them, so this is just them.
They can be the milquetoast couple, and we move.
Honestly, because I feel nothing between them. I just feel like it feels very forced, their conversations.
Yeah. We see Melisha and Dijon in the Hampoline.
I love a good Hampoline. Absolutely. Real moment. Hampoline.
I love them in the Hampoline.
Mm-hmm. I do. Their conversation was very cute.
Baby. Oh my God. Can I is this a safe space?
Very safe. Very safe. Very safe.
Oh, Dijon in this backwards hat and this necklace. Baby. All that chocolate skin in the fucking South African sun just looks so
with the oil on his body just I'm just gonna say this since we're in our safe space.
Yes.
When I see Dijon and Ramel come on my screen,
yes,
and they have that oil sunscreen on, and they all oilied up and greased down, and the sun is hitting them just right. It is immaculate and beautiful to see.
So good. It's so good. Like,
I just, oh,
sickening. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Baby, it's so good. So good. And the highlight of the evening is Melisha pulls Dijon for a chat. It was originally she says, let's go to the hideaway. Mm-hmm. And here's where I love my baby Melisha. I support women's rights. And I am going to highlight women's wrongs, baby. That I think that may have been just a step too far for right now.
I get it. And I understand that. And I agree with you. That was a skosh over the line. I think her intentions were to go somewhere private where people couldn't hear. And I understand that. But I do too. The significance of the hideaway is something that is a little bit more than just private. Right. It means like you was trying to get in there to do some extra
action. I feel like I don't feel like she knows, especially given the Harry and Helena situation that happened in the hideaway.
Right.
I feel like not knowing necessarily the gravity and not being in the villa at that time with the gravity of that situation.
Yes.
It hit Meg at a different situation. Yes. So like in this scenario, I'm not saying I'm on Meg's side, but I do understand Meg's frustration.
I do too.
Melisha in this situation. Now, the way she handled it, I disagree with.
Right.
But her frustrations here, I do understand completely. Her frustrations and her emotions here are valid. I do understand them. I get it. Because the hideaway, like the relevance of the hideaway on this season so far, like I get it, I do understand it, but I do understand completely where Melisha is coming from here, simply just because like she wanted to go somewhere more private, have a more intimate moment with Dijon, to have like a more like serious conversation. I get it completely.
Because everything is so open in that villa. Like even the private areas, you could hear conversations. So I think
everyone can see them up there.
They can see them up there. They can see them wherever. And the hideaway is the only spot really that you can go besides going into the bedrooms
or the sex swing hot tub area.
Right. Where everybody can't see and all that stuff. So I think like I said, I think her intentions were just to find privacy, but the gravity 100%. Of the hideaway is something that is a little bit more. So I think that was a little bit of an overstep, and I understand Meg's frustration about that. And I think she should have addressed that a little bit more better than what she did, because her coming to Melisha and was like, what was the point of you apologizing earlier if you're just going to turn around and disrespect and ask my man to go to the hideaway? If she would have been like, hey, listen, I know we had a conversation earlier. I really didn't like that you asked me to go to the hideaway, because the hideaway makes it seem like you were trying to go sneak off and do something, like intimate with him. And I mean, I don't care that you pull him for a chat. It's just like, but why the hideaway? Like, I would have asked, like, why would you suggest the hideaway? Of all the places you could go, why would you have suggested the hideaway? And then actually listen to what she had to say of why she had chose the hideaway. And listening it's a concept. You should.
What a novel concept, listening.
But like, listen to what the girl had to say.
Listening to Black women, what a concept, Meg.
Well,
groundbreaking, even.
I mean, but like, if she would have listened and if Melisha would have came and like, I want to go to the hideaway because I want to kiss him or do something that or whatever. If she was disrespectful in her comeback, then I would have been like, okay, then go off on us. It's like she didn't take the bait. She didn't take the hint that I was trying to have a respectful conversation. So now I'm gonna get real disrespectful. But you didn't do that. She came over there ugly, annoyed. Like when she get pissed off, Meg is somebody who I feel like when she gets mad, she needs to take a beat. Take a beat, process to anger first, and then go talk to people, because she cannot talk to somebody out of anger because she don't know how to do it in a calm manner.
And instead, she went 0 to 550 in 30.2 seconds and just laid into Melisha for no reason. And like we just said, her feelings on the matter are valid because of the gravity of the hideaway situation.
Absolutely.
Like, it makes sense. It's understandable. The way she went about this, though, I agree with you. She needed to take a beat. She needed to process her feelings for a second before just laying into this girl for no reason. Like, it was a compounding of feelings. It was a compounding of the situation. But also, I'm glad that Melisha was not the girl.
She was
not going to take it from this girl.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. And I'm glad she didn't.
I'm glad she didn't. She went back at her. It was like, if you gonna come at me sideways, I'm gonna come at you sideways. So we gonna do this. And then when they got mad or got through and Melisha was like, you're an idiot, then Megan decided to put her 2 cents in it. And I'm like, girl, shut up. This has nothing to do with you. And so now we got 2 of them going at this girl. And Melisha's just like, I am over this. I am sick of this. She crying. She in the wake-up room crying. Thank God for Alima being being the one person to be like, this is not right. That was not necessary. That was rude. She went to check on the girl. And Melisha was like, I just feel like they are attacking me. Why am I catching the heat for everything that goes on in this house? Everything I'm the one catching the heat for. And it's just like, why? Why is it such a issue? Why is it why are we attacking this woman for doing what she's supposed to do as a bombshell? Like, she came into the house
because Meg
be a bombshell.
Because Meg is intimidated
by Black women, period.
Meg is
But I think it
intimidated
would
by
have been
black
any other
women.
woman. But I think it would have been
Meg
any
is,
woman, to be
Meg is
honest.
intimidated, period, and Meg is insecure. And
Mm-hmm.
so now that she is being tested, she has to target the woman instead of feeling
The man.
secure in her couple.
Yep.
And the thing that pissed me off even more here is then when Melisha goes off to go fix her makeup, Alima goes off into the kitchen. And also, I'm going to shout out Tony here for then going to check on Melisha in the makeup room. Thank you, Tony, for stepping in. And I'm going to shout out to also, Shakira. Yes, I'm about to get there too. Shout out Shakira, because then we're in the kitchen and we've got Megan going off on this girl again, unprovoked for no fucking reason. Alima comes into the kitchen and she's like, y'all, why are we going after this girl? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, and Megan's like, she called Megan idiot, so I piped in. And Alima's like, but there's no reason to. Like, this girl has come in. She's literally doing what she's supposed to as a bombshell. Like, she's literally doing what she's supposed to do. She's just trying to do what she's supposed to do here. I love then when Tony goes off to go support Melisha, Shakira comes in and is like, why are we doing this? Why, for what reason? Why are we doing this? And thank you, Alima. Thank you, Shakira.
And here's my favorite part. Alima was like, nobody got upset with the guys when they came in and did the bombshell thing. We weren't mad at Tony when she came in and did the bombshell thing. Why are we mad at this girl when she comes in and do the bombshell thing? Like, nope. If we're going to be nice to the guys, we're going to have to be nice to the girls. And they were like, well, it was the hideaway. And she was like, well, okay, but she's a bombshell. What do you think she's supposed to do?
Okay, you can forgive the girl.
It's like,
forgiveness is a trait, Meg. Learn it.
It doesn't matter if she asked to go to the hideaway or not. Your man said no. So you should take comfort in the fact that he said no. But you didn't. You decide to not only get upset, interrupt their date while they're talking, interrupt their conversation while they're talking, but then you decide to go off on the girl for taking him and calling her a reject. Like, hello?
And I'm going to say as well, shout out to Helena for also supporting Melisha in this. Because Helena does pipe in as well and is like, for what reason? Why can't we all get along? Like, why are we doing this? So shout out to the girls that are actually here trying to support the other women and being girls. And you know who are not girls? The Megans. So I'm not gonna be referring to Megan or Meg as Megan anymore. She is Megan. She don't deserve the nickname. She is Megan, and Megan is Megan. They're both Megans, and that's that on the matter. Yeah.
But John still is just like Megan's my number one still. Like, and I get it. I'm like, whatever. But
he's secure in his couple.
But let's keep it moving because there are things that happen the next episode
well, we're in the next episode already.
Well, the game's the next day. It needs to be played.
Yes. The only thing to talk about is Connor and Tony have a really good conversation.
Yeah.
They check in. And it's just, they're having a real cute, flirty conversation. And Connor's like, well, I had a good chat with Emily, but, I'm still good with you. It's the open communication that they're all talking about. Love it. Big fan. Huge.
Oh, no. I thought this conversation was he finally let her know that he's leaning more towards Emily.
Oh, because I didn't think the conversation was.
I think that's what it was. Because he literally asked Emily that night to go to the hideaway. And Tony told him, asked another couple if she could sleep in the bed with them. Because she didn't want to sleep in the bed with them. Man, that conversation was Connor
I missed that completely.
Yeah, Connor literally told Connor told Tony that he was going to pursue Emily, and that's where his head was, and that's where he was leaning. And Tony was like, it's fine. I get it. I understand. That's cool. And then she went and started talking to
Harry
someone.
and Helena.
Yeah, she was saying I sleep with them. But yeah. But then Emily, being the respectful queen that she is, at first when Connor brought it up, she was like, "Oh no, okay, maybe." And so
Yeah.
then she was like, "We'll think." She said, "I'll think about it, maybe, possibly." And then she was going to do it for a minute, and then she decided at the last minute, after Connor had told the boys, and they were like, "Go to the hideaway," and they were celebrating. And then she came back. She said, "I don't want to do that to Tony. It's still fresh. It's still, I don't want to do that. Let's hold off on that." She said, "We'll have our moment. We'll have our time." And I was like, "Respectful queen, respectful
Respectful
queen,
queen.
respectful queen." I love that for her.
I
So
love that for her. Shout out to Emily.
yeah,
These three, love
hey,
these three.
so it was respectful, and so they ended up all going to bed alone in their respective places. Tony and Connor ended up still sleeping together, but just
Yeah.
just sharing the bed. The next day, we have a challenge. I mean, Helena and Harry have a conversation where he's like, "I gave you space." Oh no, that was after the challenge. Anyway, but they do have a conversation.
Yeah,
They gave
nothing.
space.
Yeah,
Nothing
nothing
really
much really
happens.
happens the morning after. Yeah, it's
We do have
rehashing all
we
the
have
same.
right because we have what would you call it, part one?
Oh yeah, we have apology tour part 2.
Yeah,
This ain't fucking genuine. I don't give a fuck. Move on.
move on.
Fuck that bitch Meg.
Right,
In. Meg in is what I'm
Meg,
gonna call
Meg
her because
in.
she's in too deep because she's a dumb bitch.
Let's get to the
So
challenge.
yes, the challenge.
Yeah,
What is it called? Receipts.
receipts. Got receipts.
We got
We
receipts.
got receipts.
This was
It was
cute.
cute. It was cute.
It was cute. So
He's
there
like,
we are sliding down a checkout line covered in lube,
mm-hmm.
and you get a receipt with a
Fun fact.
fun fact. Was it fun?
Was it?
About another islander. And then you have to guess who it is. Or in this case, for the boys, just kiss whoever the fuck you want, really.
Some of the boys, anyway. Because this caused a lot of drama. A little trouble, a little drama. Um,
Baby.
oh my goodness. So the boys went first and they got all these seats. And Shay, Harry, and Dijon all decide to come up with this plot or this plan that they don't care what the receipts say. They want to kiss the girl who they want to kiss. So Shay said Megan,
Mm-hmm.
Dijon said Melisha, and Harry said Shakira. So their job was to convince the other guys that whatever the receipt said, that's who it was supposed to be, just so they can get a kiss. Now, only those three came up with the plan. The rest of the guys don't know about this plan.
Mm-hmm.
So they did really well at convincing everybody of the people who they thought
Yeah.
it was, so they can kiss them, because Shay got to kiss Megan, Dijon got to kiss Melisha, and Harry got to kiss Shakira.
Yeah.
And the rest of the game was everybody just doing what they thought the answer to the question was. It was
Who
fine.
would have thought that the Speedo boy of the season was Harry?
Who would have thought?
And I
Never.
gotta be honest, he does look good in a Speedo. He needs to even out his tan.
Yes. Yes.
Because that upper thigh
Yeah.
is a little too white for my liking.
Yeah.
So, Harry, if you're gonna wear the Speedo looked good. It was a good, nice vertical stripe.
Mm-hmm.
But baby, even out the tan. You're in South Africa. You're in a villa. Even out the tan. But otherwise,
Sure.
I see the appeal.
Okay.
But otherwise, you know who I am thirsting on even more than I was before? Tommy. Tommy.
That's nice. That's nice.
It's the Sicilian in him.
That's nice.
I don't know. He's just a sweetie boy.
He's a sweetie boy. He knows all the words to Grease.
I
Love that for him.
know. That made me adore him even more. I was like, oh, you're just a sweet boy.
Love that for Tommy. Tommy's a sweet boy. But the challenge is over. Everybody got their kisses on and smooches on. Everybody's all lubed up. Great.
I ain't mad
Baby?
at that.
No. But baby, when we get back to this villa,
Baby.
all hell breaks loose.
God
All
help
hell breaks
us.
loose. God help us all because, yo, when I tell you, because they get back and they start talking and they start talking about the challenge and the kisses and all the things that they went through and Harry being a orgy whore or whatever. But Harry and Tommy are talking and Harry tells and Tommy was like, isn't it weird how you got to kiss Shakira and Shay kissed
Uh,
Megan and the John kissed Melisha and such and such. And Harry just starts laughing. Like he is nobody you tell a secret to because he will give it away every single
because
time.
he can't keep
He,
his damn
he can't
mouth
keep a
shut.
secret at all. I'm not telling Harry anything, but he
Nope.
can't do it. But he laughs, and Harry's like, "Wait, what was that?" And he was like, "We kind of did it on purpose. We kind of did it on purpose." And I'm just like, I thought y'all said not to say nothing. I thought we said not to say nothing, but you gonna say something. So
Mm.
then Tommy's like, "Oh, so that was on purpose." So he
Oh,
meant to
oh,
kiss
oh,
Megan.
oh, oh,
Okay,
oh, okay.
okay, okay. All right,
Got it.
all right. Mhm. Got
Okay.
it. So he goes and pulls Megan, and he tells Megan exactly what he just heard from Harry. And he's like, what pisses me off is that you kind of told Shay you want nothing to do with him, and yet he's still coming for you. And I don't like that. And Megan is like, that's so wild that they did that. Like, oh my God. Like, that's, Tommy's literally pissed. And she's just like, why would he do that? I don't. He's like, yes, because you clearly told him you don't like him. And she's like, yeah, that's weird. I was like, girl, this man wants you to be mad like him. But she's not mad like him because she's the one getting the attention. So of course she's not mad like him. She's just like, oh my God, that's so weird. But okay. But Tommy's pissed. Tommy is so mad. So Megan goes,
As he should be.
as he should be kind of annoyed. I won't say mad, but he could have been annoyed. I understand why he's annoyed. But then when and Tommy tells her, I'm gonna go talk to him because I really need to nip this in the bud. Like it needs to be done. And I'm
Mm.
not kind of not mad at that. I'm kind of like,
Oh,
yeah,
this
yeah.
this turned me on a little bit. I ain't
I
even
was
gonna lie.
I was like, it turned her
I
on
was
too,
like,
because she was like,
oh, oh,
oh,
oh,
oh.
oh, the Sicilian is spicy. Oh, the pasta's spicy. Got it. Okay, work.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Because
Because this man
Megan,
goes right up to Shay and goes, okay, what's tea?
right,
But the straight
and,
version.
right. He's like, what's going on here? Like, why are you still going after my girl when she told you she's not interested in you? And Shay is like, because I fancy her, and that's what it is.
And honestly,
It's just that simple. I ain't
and
mad at Shay either.
honestly, I ain't mad at Shay either. That's the
He's
thing.
single.
I ain't mad at Shay either.
He's single. He a bombshell. He coming in and trying to find a connection. I ain't that mad at him either. She might not be interested now, but that don't mean she won't be interested later. So I'm not mad at
Exactly.
Shay
No.
either.
Oh, at all.
Shay like I fancy her. I wanted to kiss her, so I did. Be mad about it. Like, what you want from me? What else you want? And Tommy is like, but she told you she not interested. Okay, that's what she said. But this is a challenge. It's a challenge, and
She could have swerved it.
she could have, but she didn't. She took it in. She could have been like, "Ooh,"
Yep.
but she didn't. So let's put some responsibility on her as well. And
Indeed. Yep.
so we're gonna put the responsibility on somebody. Let's put it on her as well. But it's just like Tommy was so mad. He was like, at first he wasn't mad. First he was just annoyed. And he was like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Just back up. Like, stop trying to go for my girl. And Shay was like, I'm sure I understand why you're frustrated and I understand your annoyance. I apologize for doing that. He actually apologized. He said, apologize for doing that. So I get it. And I understand your frustration. So I apologize for that, for playing those games like that, whatever.
Yeah.
And so he was like, all right, can we shake it out? So they shook hands and Tommy was just kind of pulling away. And Shay was like, you still feel a little frosty. So can we, so he's like, hold on, bro, let's sit down and let's finish talking. Because I feel like it's some unfinished or unsaid
Right.
things. And Tom was like, nah, I'm done with this conversation. We finished. I shook your hand. What else you want from me? He was like, I really want to resolve this so it's no hard feelings. And that's when Tommy went from annoyed to mad.
Pissed.
He
Yeah.
was pissed. He was like, I finished the conversation. I'm done with this. Stop trying to go for my girl, and that's it. And Shay was like, how do we resolve this? Like, Shay wanted to walk away, hug it out, and be good. And Tommy was like, ain't no hugging it out. We ain't that cool. And it went from we shaking hands to calling each other pricks and idiots and whatever else. And whatever he said that they bleeped out that we didn't hear. I was like, what did you say, Tommy? And
I'm
man,
gonna assume it was probably fucker.
maybe.
Yeah. That's what I'm
But
gonna
we heard them
assume.
say the F bomb so many times, so why would I don't know. I don't know. But Meg was over there talking to Dejan and Harry and was like, y'all see, she's like, this is Tommy's mad, and I don't y'all, this game that y'all playing really hurt people's feelings and it really caused some drama. And at first Harry and Dejan was like, what do you mean? It's not that big of a deal. It's da da da. But then Dejan had just told the other Megan, that he wants to explore things with Militia. And I was like, mm, mm. All because of that, the kiss, and the foolishness that Megan caused in the villa turned Dejan off a little bit.
As it should.
As
Because
it
she's
should.
acting a goddamn fool. She's acting like a foolish white woman.
She
Because that's
gave
what she is.
she gave him the ick a little bit with her behavior. And so now he wants to explore this with Militia. And now she's mad because in the game, after the kiss is when he decided that that's what he wants to do. And she feels the kiss is what caused it. And if they didn't come up with that plan, he wouldn't have kissed her. And then he wouldn't be ready to explore. So she's mad about that. Militia's mad. I'm not Militia. Megan is mad that Tommy's mad. And Harry is like, I don't understand why everybody's so mad. But then when he saw Tommy's reaction and how him and Shay was going at it, he was like, oh, maybe we caused a lot more drama than we intended to. Maybe this wasn't the right thing to do at this point.
Mm.
And that's how they left us, y'all, after Tommy's piss
That's
fire
how they
back.
left us.
This was so good. So good. I did not think we would go this long on this live for this, but it makes sense because it was so good. I was sad. Logan, were you just as sad as I was?
Baby, I'm always sad. Like, this series is giving. Like, this series is giving. This series is giving. This series is giving. Baby.
I feel like I did a lot of
I'm
talking just now. What were your
No, ultimately, like, for me, what it is with this whole situation is just Meg is foolish.
Mm-hmm.
And I want Dejan to move on to something that's better for him. Ultimately. That's what it is. That's all I have to say because you spoke everything else that I needed to.
Oh, this is giving. This is giving. This is giving. I feel like the bleed into USA from UK
Oh
is
God, I can't wait. I
so
can't wait.
good. It's so juicy. This is all good. This is all
But
good.
yes, cannot wait. We're gonna take a few minutes to breathe.
Get some water.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a few minutes to breathe. But we'll be back here in a little bit to talk about Love Island USA. So don't you worry, y'all. But we'll be back with no invite needed here at the Cup TV Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern to talk all about Love Island UK. Baby.
I'm gonna miss it, and I'm sad.
We might have to start doing
Oh, I'm gonna miss this week's episodes, but look. I'll be in the chat because I'll be on the road traveling, but I'm gonna be in the chat. Logan, you'll hear from me on Friday when you.
I know. I'm very excited to be here on Friday talking all things Love Island UK. Very, very excited. And we are here 5 days a week talking all things Love Island USA as well. We'll be back here shortly to talk about that crazy fucking episode. So stay tuned. With that being said, thank you for joining us. Subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Make sure to check out the description where you can get our merch link and everything in between. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So go check out another video while you're at it. And cheers, Islanders.
Cheers, Islanders.